Welcome back, good watchers, viewers, art lovers, and other creators. We're back with another piece of content. And before I start this video, as usual, I'm going to ask you all to subscribe to this channel. This would definitely help me to boost the platform to a whole nother level. We're going to get into this today. Y'all ready? Let's start. And I have a spicy conversation. And this is a conversation that I've had before, and I think this will be a never-ending, a never-ending discussion, a rhetoric, a thought process, a thinking piece about value, pricing, worth, and what is considered to be feasible or reasonable from whatever perspective you're standing on. And that does count in the storyline. But I want you to watch the first two clips that I published on TikTok first. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit further.
Damn, just wanna stick me for my paper. Damn, just wanna stick me for my paper. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack a dawning, now I'm yawning. Wipe the cold out my eye. See who.
Interesting question. The reason why I'm saying this is an interesting question because I made a YouTube video quite some time ago about the value that artists need to have in their work, and also explaining that from two different points of views, one from the art collector, one from the artist point of view. So I'm definitely going to put the title here in this video. And for those who want to see the video on my YouTube, go over there. I have so many videos that you can watch when it comes to the life of an artist. All right, so I just want to get that out of the way because it will lead me to the following. Nowadays, there are so many options available for people to get the artworks of Black artists, Black, brown, indigenous, melanated artists. Art reproductions, art prints, reproductions on canvas, art merchandise. And these are pretty affordable ways for the audience, art lovers and art collectors, to buy the work of a Black artist. Now here's the thing that I do get out of the question, and that is the part where you say that does not cost hundreds and thousands of dollars, which is fair because we don't know what is in your pocket, we don't know what your budget is. So I do feel that when people make a decision to invest into art, look into your budget. What is it that you're willing to spend for it? What is it willing that you are willing to invest for it, right? So that is fair. That's fair. And at the same time, it is also fair to say that if you want to have something that is of quality, if you want to have some original work, or you want to have a reproduction, something that's more in an affordable range, you have to be willing to make the investment. Point blank, period. You have to be willing to make the investment. If you are looking for IKEA prices from people that are putting a lot of time, work, value, creativity, and originality into their work, hence me starting with me referencing one of the videos that I created on YouTube, then your approach is going to be a wrong approach. Not to say that you're doing it right now, but just in general, for people, if that is your approach, it's absolutely wrong. You're doing artists and also yourself a huge disservice not to pay them for the price that they are setting for their work. Even though there are affordable prices. Go to my website. I have prints for people below 100 euros. So the possibilities are there. They're everywhere. We have them everywhere. And at the same time, I'm saying, if you want to have something that is great and high of quality and you really appreciate it, you got to be willing to make the investment, just as any other luxury product out there. All right? So I hope this helps. Like I already explained in the clip. And this is coming from a place where I myself understand very well where people, especially potential art collectors that want to start small and then build up their art collection, or people that also want to enjoy the beauty and the access and the accessibility of what art is and what it has to offer to people. I fully understand that. I know what it embodies. I know what culture means in life and how it can enrich your life, how it's a great representation of your lifestyle, and how it's something that you can pass on generations on forth. With that all being said, I will never, ever, ever leave the position of the artist and the artist as the business owner too. I will never leave that position because that is what I am first. I start there. And I have to take into consideration that my, if you will want to say, I know it's a weird sentence that I just said, if you will want to say, that sounds cute, but it's not a correct grammar. It definitely is not. But if you will say, from a selfish motive, yes, then I as a business owner do have to think about ways of how I create a profitable business, and from an artistic point of view, how I can offer and show the art that I want to show to the world. These two collide, and that takes a while. It doesn't always really work well together, but it can be done. It can definitely be done. When questions like that come my way, I really have to look at someone and think, what is their intention? What is their motive? What moves them to ask me if there are available options that are affordable? I have plenty of affordable options on my website. There are art prints and art merchandise that are affordable. You don't have to twist your arm, and you don't have to sell a leg. You don't have to give up a nose. You don't have to give up your pinky toe to buy. All right. But what I will never be is be another IKEA. All right. I'm sorry. I ain't with the shits. And I said what I said. That will never be me. That will never be the art practice of MCJ Studio. There is an amount of time and there's an amount of investment that has so many layers that I need to take into consideration when it comes to pricing. And I've talked about this before. I will link the video somewhere here in the corner so that you can have a look at it. I've definitely talked about this before, and it hasn't changed. Now, has it? It hasn't. All right, it hasn't. But the funny thing about it is, like I said earlier, when I look at somebody and what their motive is, what their intention is of asking that question, there are many layers to it. And another fellow artist mentions one of those layers that I want to show you in the next TikTok clip. Have a look. Yes, it's true. And it's not, and for you to state that, I see the same thing. It's an observation. It's not something that we imagine. It's not something that we imagine in the mind. It's an observation of what definitely is happening. It leads to people having to justify their art or even having to price it lower to still sell it, live from it, or keep doing something that they just love doing and they are great at doing. That is just atrocious. It's absolutely absurd. It's absurd. Because the white artist that states 2,000 euros for a piece of square piece like this is going to get paid. But you know what? My work has a value, and you're going to pay for it as well. All right? That's just the end of the story. And this also comes for people that are black. Right? It also comes for people that are black. It does. And I'm not going to discredit my brothers and sisters, of course. But now because I'm black, we now have this unspoken rule that I have to lower my price or I have to be a little bit more mild with my listen, bro, sis, the price is the price. Pay up. And that makes it also so frustrating because it's like how do you say that? People can expect a discount or they can expect you to do them a favor, or you have to, this is even more insidious. You have to recognize that there is a lower value about the work that you have in comparison to white artists, simply because you are of a different color, you maybe are from a different sex, or you're from a different you maybe have a sexual preference or whatever it is. All of these categories come now into play that you now have to see. You have to agree to a silent agreement that there is a lower value about you than that there is about white male artists. And y'all already know me on the platform. I have a blade on my tongue. I'm just gonna say how it is. If you want to jump into the comments, that's fine. Just prepare to be cooked. And it's not wrong to say this. These type of conversations should be in the open. We should talk about it. And at the same time, for artists, it is also important to stand strong, right? You have to stand strong. It's tough, it's hard, but you do have to stand. You do have to stand for something to gain your value. Yeah, I know. That was the spicy part. And I think this is pretty mild. The way that I'm reacting right here in the clip is pretty mild. I don't think that it's spicy at all. But you should see the comments of people in TikTok. TikTok is reckless. Oh my gosh. The people on TikTok are reckless. Anyway, I do want to highlight something about that particular clip, and it's the last part where I pretty much urge artists to stand put, to stand strong, and to stand for the value that they're asking. I know that it's a numbers game, the market is skewed, and it's unfair, it's obscure, all of those factors. But if that would be it, then you might as well just not step into the arena. You know, you already know that you're a couple of points behind on people that do have access or have made it to the top but are not making way for others because they're already at the top. And I don't want to lose my position where I am. I already did the work. It's understandable, but it's also like a natural consequence of what might happen. Or even people that say, well, you know, I have the wealth and I have the network. Why would I bother myself about the people that cannot do it? I'm already where I am. Hey, those are also advantages, competitive advantages that will help you get further and ask for the worth that you believe your artwork has. And for all other artists that mostly are working independently, still doing their work professionally, your pricing is your competitive advantage. So when you back down or you discount your pricing, your value, pricing and value are not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same. When you discount on your pricing, you're also discounting on what you have to offer. All right? Don't do that. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, people. That's it. And that's all. And I will definitely link the clip here somewhere in the corner where I'll talk about value. I will reference to it. Have a look at it. All right? Let me know what it is that you think. Put it in the comments. Welcome to the other side of the equator. We are back in the studio. I'm tired, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Okay? Your girl is tired. But we're gonna make it. We're gonna definitely make it. How have y'all been? How are y'all? Talk to me. Wait a minute, let me just add a little bit of light. Because even though, you know, it's getting lighter and lighter, less dark, which makes me extremely happy. We still need lighting for this beautiful melanated skin. Okay. We just do. Okay. Y'all went with me outside. I didn't really film what I was doing. Not that much. But trust me, it wasn't really that special. It wasn't. I had to pick up some paint so that I y'all see that? From Big. I had to pick up some paint to make sure that I'm on point, that I can finish what was started. Because we need to finish what is started. Okay, let me put this away. So, went outside, picked up some errands, went to Van Beek Art, you know, my supplier, my pusher when it comes to the paint. So that is exactly what I bought, oil paint. And let me see if it's the ones that I also ordered. I actually should take the invoice so I can see. Yeah, exactly. Gambling, Azul Radiant Blue, Azul Radiant, Bleu Rayonnant, and Mars Black. I thought I picked Rembrandt, but okay. Potato, potato. Black is black, trust me. Well, no. Let me retract that. Black is not black. There's different types of black. There definitely is. So let me just retract that. And Cobra Violet. Is this one? Yes. Cadmium Yellow. This one. And Lamp Black. So I bought 2 different blacks because I'm using different blacks. So like I already said, let me retract what I just said. Black is not black. All right, there's different types of black. Okay, different types of black. So that is that. And I also bought, of course, some snacks. I'm not gonna sit here in the studio without some snacks. You already know. Good. So that is that. Great, great, great. So we're in the studio. I still need to finish the second part. The first part, I think it's, if I would look at it, I think it's now 80% done. Very happy with that. Now we're going to this one. I believe if I just keep on being steady with my schedule, like I said before in other video, I don't know if it's in this video or a different segment of a video, this will be done very soon too, which makes me happy. Y'all already see the smile on my face? Y'all already know. So one of the subjects that I want to talk about is indeed the direction that you're going. I saw a piece of content on the TikTok. Piece of content on TikTok. And what this lady said, I forgot her name, but I remembered her message. And she was talking about, well, you can do anything that it is that you want to do. You can set any goal that you want to do. But what you have to remember is that energy cannot be destroyed, nor can it be created. There is energy, right? You can't destroy it, you can't create it. You can attract it to you, you can divert it away from you. So I was like, okay, so where is she going with this? This is interesting because I've never heard anybody start with this particular perspective, this point of view. And she was like, knowing that energy can be attracted to something, when you set a goal with a purpose, you now attract energy towards that goal that has a certain purpose. When you have a goal and it doesn't have a purpose, meaning you do not know or you haven't assigned what it needs to do, what meaning it has, or what direction it will lead you to, it needs to lead you to. You just have a goal. You set a goal. You want it so badly to happen. Now you attract all of this energy towards the goal so that it can manifest into something that you would like to see. But because you have not assigned a purpose to it, the chances for it to be overwhelming for you are highly likely. I was like, what? I thought that was really good. That is great. I love that. That's a point of view that makes so much sense to me. And the reason why is a lot of times we cannot explain what it is that we feel when we set a goal. It does have to do with the fact that you assign an energy to it, you assign a purpose to it. And I think that element, assigning a purpose to a goal, is something that we a lot of times forget. Why do you do that? I do have a video where I talk about manifestation and how important it is to understand why you do something, what is your purpose. It has a purpose, right? You do not use a knife just because you have a knife. You use a knife because it has a purpose. You want to cut something with it. You want to spread a sandwich, butter on some sandwich, or peanut butter on some sandwich, or whatever it is that you put on your sandwich. I ain't judging, all right? We're not going to have a whole debate on that. I'm not going to do that. Whatever it is that you have as a purpose, you need to know that, because that is going to be a catalyst for your goal. As long as you know what the purpose is, you are not getting burned up by it, because the purpose of it is the catalyst for your goal. Listen, you need to execute that in your life. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but this is something that I'm going to tell you what to do.
You gonna my one side. You make me give number. Me no feel look and pass. She give me eye contact. Oh baby Jack, come on. Oh baby Jack, give me this your love. Me I go show you love. As long as you know with me, Joe. Your body must go kill him, and I know mine to be.
Galleries that will charge you 50%